Okay, so I have something else here, and I'll throw this subject at you. Single women, recreational use only. And I'll play you a clip of where we got this
Single
from.
women or single moms?
Single mothers. Yeah. Single mothers, my bad. Recreational use only. Now, this is sparked off of the We Love Hip Hop podcast. We were having a conversation over there with the guys, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy here, I forget his name, but he's supposed to be like a big, I guess, kind of like Derek Jackson, but he's more men stand up for yourself type of guy. Don't let these women play you type of guy. He's like the kind of the opposite, right? I've seen him on Brandon Gomez's show and a few other people. So this is what he says.
Reasons why you shouldn't date a single mom.
Guys, simply from the beginning.
Wow.
All right, guys. 3 reasons why you shouldn't date a single mom. Guys, simply put, you're never going to come first. The kid's always going to come first, which is fine. That's the way it should be. But understand you're always going to take a back seat. Second, it's not your kids, so you can't discipline them. And on top of that, she could take them away from you at any time you guys break up. And you have zero right to them. And then finally, you have to pay for another man's responsibility. Guys, you single moms, recreational use only. Protect yourself and your wallet. Peace.
Oh, I got some words for that, dude.
React.
First of all, I don't know what his relationship situation is because I'm sure like he probably had his heart broken too many times. And at the end of the day, there are so many women out there that do have children and nobody understands the situation. It takes a real man to understand and accept what the woman has gone through if he's willing to accept that woman. So let every man make their own choice because sometimes a woman that has a child has a little bit more responsibility in life and understanding and better finances depending on who it is. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about a ratchet chick. He's just generalizing.
Yeah, he's generalizing, definitely.
Right? So, I mean, how many women is he going to find out there that are single that are going to want him? What does he bring to the table?
Well, here's the thing with him. With him being so public about his opinions and being the guy who, like, that's his thing, mm-hmm. The type of women that he probably gets, and I don't want to diss him, but fuck him anyway. No, not fuck him. Forward to the show, fam. I think he gets the women that are willing to deal with the type of guy he is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he seems pretty narcissistic.
Yeah. So
there's women who like narcissistic guys. There's women who I've heard say, I like a douchebag.
He is a douchebag for saying that.
And I'm not saying he's a douchebag. Well, you said it.
But. For saying these things, though. I mean, because you could say that about any woman, right? A woman that's single.
He's very douchey, though.
I mean, to go pinpoint a woman with a child, I mean, like, come on. Like, look how many, let's talk about it. There are a lot of beautiful celebrity women out there that have kids, mm-hmm. right? I mean, look at all the guys that have all the baby mothers out there. I mean.
So if he's telling J-Lo, then no, I can't hit because, like, you got 3 kids.
No, he's saying that she's not worth dating or whatever. Like, I don't know. What is he saying?
Doesn't want to
marry?
He doesn't want to marry J-Lo then, basically is what he's saying.
He'd be probably, runner-up number 10?
But he is saying also that, like, from a financial standpoint, you're going to be paying for a kid that's not yours, whereas if it's like a celebrity, they already got their own money. So I'm sure he's not talking about that scenario. Just to shoot him some bail. Also to shoot him some bail, I've been in the situation where I've kind of been that douchey before.
But you know what you're getting into. If a woman has kids or a child, mm-hmm. it's different. There are some guys that will say, okay, 1 child is enough, but I'm not going to date a woman with 3 or 4 kids from 4 different baby daddies. That's a whole different story.
And that's the thing where we get to it. If it's different baby daddies that we're talking about, and now we got to deal with like the fucking baby daddy popping up on you and you having to swap out with him, then it's a no for me too.
But you would know that up front. But to tell, like, when you see a woman, you don't necessarily see her kid. There's a lot of women that do work on their body. Let's look at a lot of celebrity women. Like, there are women who don't look like they have a kid.
But there's a lot, yeah. But even without that stuff, I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think he's talking about, he says, one, you're never going to be first because her kids are going to be first, which they should be, obviously. Right?
It depends. There are a lot of women who do make sacrifices and neglect their kids and want man over everything. So.
Well, they're just bad moms, right? But like he's talking about those scenarios, you know what I mean? Like mm-hmm. I'm sure like he's seen bad baby mamas out there that he's probably saying, nah, I'm not fucking with you. I don't care how bad you are.
But you know what? Maybe I can give him a little bit of a bly because there's times where some of us might say that we don't want to date a man with a child just because of the baby mama drama, and that's fair. So I actually, you know what, douchey. Sometimes, depending on him just saying it generically, but if you're being specific, and personal preference is always something that will come to light. So if he's having his personal preference and he's just sharing it with everybody, that's fair too. I mean,
well, I don't know if he wasn't doing that. He was like, guys, 3 reasons why you shouldn't. It says it right here. 3 reasons why you should not seriously date a single mom.
So casually date.
He's trying to give us some game. Like, don't do it, guys.
Yeah, but let's talk about like Sierra, for instance, with Future. I mean, like, come on. Sierra had her kid with Future. Did Russell...
Like, 5 other baby mamas.
Exactly. But did Russell say, hey, I can't love Sierra because whatever? Like, every man has to make a decision on the type of woman he chooses. A man chooses his woman. Really not the reverse, right? So it's like, he must know what he's willing to take on. And again, the place of seriousness... A lot of people date and they don't know how serious it's going to get until it gets serious. You might see somebody and meet somebody in a club, and like there's tons of movies on these situations. There's tons of people we know that, have the one-offs in a bar and then they end up working together, or they find themselves in the city with the person again in a different environment, and the chemistry develops. It didn't just come right away, or maybe it did and then, they didn't think they would meet again. But sometimes it's a connection. So it shouldn't be based on whether somebody has a child or not.
Yeah.
Things happen. And somebody could have a child when they're a teenager, and then you're meeting somebody in their 30s, and then it's like you don't even know that they have like an adult child or whatever, and they're not necessarily raising that child.
Yeah, but you meet somebody and you find out after they have a child. Like if it's a one-night stand, then yeah. But like if you're getting to know somebody and then you consummate the relationship, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you start fucking. And you don't know beforehand that this person has a child and vice versa.
But again...
Like you maybe not
meet
them.
It's a different story. But then he's kind of talking about seriously. But if you realize that a person with a child's not for you because you're not competent, or let's just say you don't have the skills, and maybe you're a man-child yourself and you don't know how to, be the man or the man. Like there's so many factors, right? But to say that you shouldn't seriously date a single mom, it's like, I think it has to come down to the individual person.
Okay, so let me ask you. Do you have a limit of kids that a guy can have before it's a no-go?
I've been surprised myself. I think 2 is the max.
2 is their max?
2 is probably too much. I think, I've revisited this. Even before you showed me this shit, I thought about it.
I keep a question in my pocket.
There's been a lot of situations where at different times I said, you know what? I prefer somebody that was, single with no attachments and no baggage. I've gone through that phase where I thought about it and, it didn't always work out that way. But no, it's a valid thought. You have to be at a certain point where you can come to make that. Just like you could say, hey, I like white guys or I like black guys, or I don't like black guys and I like, African men or Jamaican men or whatever the case is. I've gone through.
But we're talking about kids.
I know.
How many?
I'm saying. I'm being generic though, because it's a gamble. It depends on what stage I'm at in my life.
So 3 is too many.
Yes. 2 is probably too many as well. 1.
2 can go on though. It sounds like the way you're moving, like your body language, 2 can go on still.
No, but I'm just
like
saying.
If you're really, really cute, 2 can go on.
Not even. It's right now. I ain't
got your shit together.
Honestly, I think it's mood, because there are times when I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
nigga, you got game, but 2.
Sometimes I would prefer none, and I want all the attention on me. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
oh, come on, we'd all prefer that, right? But
yeah.
if because kids happen, right? It's a blessing, right? He got 2, but he's super fine, and he got a stack. He's not even a broke nigga. He got a stack.
See, these are interesting odds because it doesn't always work out this way.
I like to bring you scenarios.
We're being super hypothetical. Because then we're talking about what? 2 with the same person, 2 different women, like all that stuff come into play.
Okay.
3 with, somebody different.
Let me layer this. 2, okay? But he's a millionaire. 2 different baby mamas.
Sure. Because if he has money, he's pretty competent to know how to balance things. It's when somebody doesn't have money, when the chaos comes in, because they're always fucking all over the place.
That's for you right there.
And I am not a gold digger by any means.
I'll go with the same.
Yeah, 2's a max.
I think 2's my max.
Yeah. 2's a lot still, but I think it's a max.
If you're fine as fuck, I might could do 3.
That's a lot of responsibility.
But
you want to buy ice cream?
you gotta
You're
be
buying
like-
ice cream for like 5 people. 4 people.
Fine. Like stupid fine. Like,
Yeah, but they're not gonna last for long, right? You still gotta sleep with them at night, and then
them
everything
tickle
comes out.
bitties
Everything comes out at night.
come flying down when you hit 40. Become knee titties.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
I'm sorry. I'm being silly today, yo. The words of Friday Ricky Dred are not the opinions of the We Love Hip Hop Network.
disclaimers made.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay.
Yeah, two is my limit.
Well, then there's probably people out there be
Confidently.
like, "Fuck, man, you never like me."
But shorty, if you're really fine, like holler at me same way, and we might work it out.
Yeah, it's all mood, man. Like sometimes somebody can like just change your life based on the energy they bring.
That energy coochie.